Mike.
I heard him.
Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
This is something I don't do very much. Mosquitoes are bad. Just taking a walk, through the woods. There's some amazing stuff that's gone on here. There's been people still trespassing and stalking, and this is all private, so we're gonna catch them. And when we do, you guys are in trouble. Get you arrested and charged. And these guys even left evidence of a bag with a book detailing some of their stalking right on Dwayne's property. I'll show some of that. And we have recent knowledge that these guys are still at it. They're still trespassing on the property, so we're going to get you. We're going to get you, and you're going to get arrested, and you're going to get charged. And just looking in the woods behind me here. And most likely being watched. I'd be surprised if I wasn't right now. It's a shame the bugs have to be so bad this time of year. Alright. I'm actually behind me is the area where I took a photograph back in 2012, 2013, I can't remember, where I got, it looks like Neff standing behind an uprooted tree, where I caught a partial face shot, gray skin, black hair. I didn't even realize I had the photograph for about 6 months. I remember going through old photos, and I found it and flipped out. It was in December 2018. Wow, it's just horrid. It's in December 2018. That's I came for a visit, and I hadn't seen Neff's footprint for a few years, and he knew I wanted to see the growth. So I'd arrived, and Dwayne's outside working on his truck, and within just a few minutes a footprint was placed right beside us, just scraping the mosquitoes off me, and definitely showed growth, which I'll show you some of that. And that was really exciting. I remember when I was measuring the print. And I turned my head for a sec, and there was a look back, and there's a flower placed beside the footprint, which was really awesome. Yeah, there's been a lot of stuff experienced here, right here in these woods behind me, and looking forward to an exciting night. It's supposed to be rain, so that kind of sucks, but and a lot of people wonder where's the echo. Well, you can see behind me through the trees there's some water there. So this is forest and Land O'Lakes. Beautiful spot, but this time of year, the black flies and mosquitoes are horrible. Just going to do a little bit of filming right here. Wow. It's like 100 mosquitoes around me right now, or more. Anyways, I want to just talk about some of the stuff that I see posted countless times. You know, if I'm so close talking to them, why don't I just take a picture? And there's something in our forests that is absolutely phenomenal. They're ancient humans, you know, what else can they be? They speak. They understand English, they understand the context, they know how to write, you know, I've asked questions and gotten responses. And they have abilities that are absolutely incredible. They, from what I can see and understand through a lot of contact experience at this point, they have a understanding of the natural elements of energy and vibration, how to manipulate that stuff to a degree. They're able to travel and visit you inside your home, wherever you are, in the midst of a major city. It doesn't matter. They can leave footprints in your yard, vocalize inside your home. I've witnessed all this. They're invisible. Yeah. Imagine that. Everything you're taught to believe is ridiculous is very highly questionable. Mainstream science is the last place I look for answers at this point. I prefer firsthand. I've gotten a lot of it. This has delved into other areas too. Ow, I'm getting eaten alive here. Jeez. Sasquatch are people. They're interdimensional. They have an ability to leave a single footprint in snow without a trackway. Can physically touch you, which I've had many times at this point, both inside and outside, without being seen. Can vocalize, speak from a disembodied voice right beside you. They know our electronics, what our electronics do, and they know how to manipulate them to a degree that some of the stuff, and I've told some close friends, but it's ridiculous what some of the things that have happened. You know, it's enough saying they're interdimensional, but it goes even crazier. Anyways, I'm gonna turn this thing off because this is just nuts with the bugs, and I'm gonna get back to the cottage. I'm sleeping in my tent tonight, so hopefully there's some good stuff that goes down. They've shown their presence today already. A small incident inside, and I'm sure there should hopefully likely be more, because there always is. So it's very personal, and they know I share all this stuff. Their awareness is just through the roof. These guys are, like I said, they hold ancient knowledge, stuff that has been disconnected from us, from the human race. We've lost this stuff, if we ever even had it. But I believe our forest friends are willing to share this stuff, and it's a baby step process of learning and gaining progress with interactions. So it's December 1st, 2018, and I'm going in to see Neff family. Almost there. Yeah, this is where most of the magic happens. It's December 1st, 2018, and I got to the cottage here with Dwayne, and I didn't even go inside yet. I was just talking to Dwayne before I dropped some stuff off. Turned our backs for a second, and boom, a couple of footprints showed up. So I'm quite sure this is Neff's, and it's looks just over 13 inches here, and which would show growth. You know, this is 5 years, and yeah, but there's a much better print. I'll show you in a sec. So that's like 5 inches wide. So that's yeah. All right. So this is an awesome looking print, and it looks about 14. Quite sure this is Neff. You know, this just appeared. You can actually see also, I don't know if you can see that, there's hair there. And I don't want to screw this up, I'm going to cast it. So it looks about 5.5. So Neff was 12, I think he was 12.25 by 5 inches by the last time, back in 2015. Oh, yeah, some hair there. Yeah, there too. Everywhere. A whole bunch of it. Well, we're going to cast this. Oh. Just got here too. That's awesome.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. The clump. 8.
Yeah. Cool. Huh? This print showed up within just a few minutes of arrival, and this is absolutely fantastic because this is Neff's print, and it definitely shows growth. So I can't wait to pop this. It's about a 1/2 inch wider, and it seemed to be a couple inches longer. That's 5 years. Got snow on the ground now too, so anybody tries to come in here trespassing, you're going to get caught and you're going to get arrested. Stalking at night is criminal harassment, entirely illegal, and you will be taken down and arrested, charged. Okay, I'm just going to pop this cast now. And hold the camera and the light. Oh, that's yeah, you can set the brightness if it's too bright. I don't know. It's okay. I don't know if this thing is strong enough. Okay. Oh, maybe. There we go. Oh, she's a bit wet. Shit. She's wet. That's a piss off. I don't know. It is what it is. So.
It's still a good definition.
Yeah, it's still there. So definitely 14 inches. It's 6. Looks close to 6.
I just let it air dry there now. It'll set.
I don't know, what do you think about bringing it inside? Because the bottom is,
Solid.
yeah.
Yeah, and dry quicker, for sure.
Okay, I'll just be careful. Yep, there we go. Quite sure that's Neff's, and definitely much bigger. Saturday, December 1st, 2018. Gift tree. Yeah, a bunch of peanut butter jam sandwiches in there. Handful of chips. Footprints showed up before I even set foot in the cottage today. So I haven't been up here since a couple months. Structure. This rock put on top of there. It's a heavy rock. So there was a quite confident it was Neff's print, and a bigger one very shortly after I arrived, showing their presence. So that's just amazing. And then also thing imposed on my video camera, which I will show. I haven't even looked at it yet on the screen, just on the screen on the video camera. Anyways, I'm just giving these guys some food. It's December 1st, 2018. And I'm just coming down from the gift tree, see if they'd eaten any food. And this print's beside one of the vehicles. It's 13. And actually, I don't know if you can see the hair in there, but definitely some hair in there. Definitely toes showing. Didn't even look if there's any other ones yet. There might be, but... And the width on this is 5 inches. About 5, just over 5. Yeah, cool. Been a few different size footprints tonight. Yeah. I heard that.
You out here now? Windy. Guys. You out here, guys? Alright guys, I'm gonna go back in. Cold out here. Oh! I heard that. You just almost hit me. Mike will be happy you guys are out here. Thank you.
okay here?
Huh?
Okay, no. I'm just making sure you're in here. Was that you?
What?
Did you just go, woo?
No.
Well, I just heard that. It's so funny. It's like, hey, we're here, but you can't see us.
Where'd you hear it?
Huh?
Where'd it come from?
Oh, just over here.
What? Mike.
I heard him.
Did you hear that?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yep.
He's right here. Over here. He's over here.
What are you doing, Neff?
He's like right here. Right here, man.
Hold on.
He's like, what are you doing, man?
Checking.
He's out here with us, man. He's right here.
Oh, I know.
I just seen him. I think I seen him.
I was just checking the battery. So it's still running.
Watch. The kitchen door there. Watch. Where the light is. Watch.
I'm not sure.
It just disappeared. It just fucking appeared.
I'm just saying you tend to call it when...
It disappeared.
Just want to summarize. I've learned a lot since I got involved in this over 10 years ago. And, you know, it's really difficult for most people to comprehend the reality of this. You know, there's a lot of negative comments and crap that gets mentioned, you know, and none of these people has any experience, or else they would know. I've dealt with so many people, and it's all the same thing. Their abilities. You know, this is, I believe it's on the cusp of coming out, being revealed, and I've had an experience where the Sasquatch have shown me that they are in the midst of revealing their existence. You know, I can see it happening. I can see more and more people gaining experiences. I can see the sightings database. It's not due to our technology. It's due to their reveal. The Sasquatch exposing themselves to us. And I've been witness to some just incredible stuff that continues to this day. I don't have any control over it. It happens when it happens. It's periodic. I've had to move several times throughout this journey, and they've shown up in each place. Here, the latest incident was just a few days back, and then a few days before that. So I'm pretty happy to see things picking up at home. Seems they're picking up. And you know, there was a vocal in the backyard witnessed by a neighbor of mine. I had a good conversation with her last night, and And, she gave me a lot of detail to confirm it for me. And then I had it confirmed a few mornings back by a little voice outside my window that just spoke on me. I've seen enough of this stuff to have a good, solid grasp of Sasquatch activity. So the bottom line is, they are an interdimensional species. I believe ancient human. And I also believe it's covered up, because the implications of this is just, I can't imagine. The logging industry alone, the hit that would take. And I look forward to that. I want to shut down clear cutting. These bastards are just wiping out the forests. They talk about climate change and the earth heating up. Well, it's the forests that cool the earth, the lungs of the earth, And if this discovery, the Sasquatch, is brought forward, then there's going to be some heavy hands come down on the forest industry, And it's a shame that they have to do so much destruction. I had one gentleman I'm friends with tell me about an area out in, I believe it was Oregon, and there was activity going on there. And I think it was over the winter, and he'd gone back, and he estimated there was roughly 50,000 trees wiped out, gone, just clear cut, destroyed, ancient forest, old growth. And, that just disgusts me. We got to stop this stuff. And the discovery of Sasquatch is, I think, the way to do it. There's a bigger connection going on here, too. There's been, I've had several UFO incidents now. Last July 4th and 19th, two close incidents, one in the day and one at night, put right in front of me. I could tell it was done purposely, to reveal presence, something that it's the same with the Sasquatch. There's a connection there. A lot of this all sounds crazy, right? But oh well, it is what it is. We have an interdimensional species of ancient human still living today in our forests, and they are capable of, they're highly telepathic, with a really strong mind speak ability, and visage anywhere. I've had activity happen in the strangest of places. Anyways, so I just want to close this off with I'll mention too, activity is, much of it is very subtle, and it's quick. Their timing is always impeccable. They're always, they'll always catch you off guard every time. Expect it when you least expect it. It's like they know what's going on, and they're very aware, watching and listening, it seems. I'll play a couple of short little clips. It's just little blips of a vocal. It's just something that they do to show, hey, I'm here, and see if you catch on. I've noticed a lot of things in my own journey are, it seems they're becoming more subtle, like I'm being trained to pay attention and look out for this stuff, and I think I'm getting pretty good at it. And there's a lot of anything that seems can happen, anytime, anywhere. And I look forward to just continuing this, and hopefully this never stops. I hope this goes on for the rest of my life. And I'm an advocate for this truth to come out. This is massive. This, like I said, the implications I can only imagine with science, religion, logging, and all kinds of stuff. It's really gonna flip things upside down. And I'm I say bring it on. You know, science, they want to discover them first. They want them discovered before, you know, because to have scientific colleagues jump on board, and then after that, it's going to be about their abilities. But first, they want them discovered, which I can understand. But at the same time, I think you know, we got to move a lot quicker on this, and we need people like myself to stand up and speak out and say what's really going on. And sure, that brings a lot of ridicule and that, but at this point, I don't give a you know what, because I know my truth and I know what's going on here, you know, to a certain level. And I believe this is about awakening human consciousness, and I do believe there's a war on our consciousness. You know, there's some big truths being held back. Um, but the great thing is, no human has the power to stop this, because we're dealing with something much more intelligent, you know, with abilities that allow them to stay hidden from us. You know, they can stand right beside you and you wouldn't know it. I've had this happen many times because they've let me know. You know, give me a little poke or a pat or whatever, or toss something at me that I know only came from a foot or two or three away. You know, you can just tell the velocity, the trajectory, all that stuff. So there's, you know, there's continuation of this being exposed, and it's growing and growing. And I've seen this subject, you know, come full circle, change so much since I first started this journey with contact with Neff and family, and Dwayne and myself have had so many just incredible experiences together. You know, it's funny because when you there isn't many people that you can talk to that can fully grasp and understand the experiences unless it's happened to you. So I don't embellish, not in the slightest. I just tell it like it is, as crazy as it all sounds. And I kind of enjoy the shock factor of it. You know, it's a reality that is coming to light, and I look forward to that time when, you know, they vamp it up, something else, you know, happens on a grand scale, and I think that's coming. I think right now they're exposing themselves and slowly getting us used to their presence and their reality, and desensitizing us to, you know, to their existence. I think before just my thought, my guess, before something much bigger comes down the pipe and shocks the world.